Hey guys, how are you? Chris at Drummers Only in Glasgow, and today we decided to see how many cymbals we could set up with only 2 cymbal stands. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to talk you through how we did it. Obviously there's 2 cymbal stands, but we do have a hi-hat stand as well. Hi-hats, as you would expect on a regular hi-hat stand, nothing too fancy at all. The first thing we used was this little Tama hat stack, and it allows you just to put a splash onto your hi-hat stand. It works in the same way that a hi-hat clutch does, so you have a felt top and bottom and something to adjust the tension, and then you can tighten it with a drum key attachment onto your rod so that doesn't move. So that's a handy little thing to get. I've got a little 8-inch here, a little trash thing, so it's handy for that. Attached to that, we have a Mapex MC903 Super Grabber clamp. Now the reason I decided to use this is because this is actually telescopic, so you can make it come out further if you want, or come in closer, however you need it to be. So that seemed to be the easiest way for us to utilise using the hi-hat stand. I found that the other things we had around the shop didn't let us get far enough away from the hats. Now these are 13s, so if it had been 14s it would have been even harder. And then we combined that with a Pearl CH830. It gave me good height, and it let me position. We put a china up for a laugh. I don't typically play with the china, but it seemed to be fitting to go right up there. I love this because, again, like any other sort of boom stand, it's telescopic as well, so the boom arm can disappear inside here. But also this part here isn't on teeth. So if you need to adjust it, it's super easy to do. You don't have to get them to line up, which I think is a really cool feature. So then we come to the first stand. I've got a Sonar stand, but it can be any boom stand that you choose to use. Now I mount my rack tom from here, which is a reason that there's only really a cymbal on here, not anything else, because of the proximity thing here. It was hard to get things in. We looked at getting stackers in, smaller hi-hats, but it was a little difficult to do that. So we just regular cymbal stand, crash cymbal, and then I just upended a splash. I just turned it upside down. That's nothing new, but it lets you get an extra cymbal there. It could even be a bigger splash than that. We've got an 8, but you could do a 10, you could do a 12. Then, I really love this. This is the Tama MC8 hook grip. Great to get into these kind of little spaces. Sometimes I use it down to the right, but I like it up here, and I've combined it with the ZCYE L rod. The wonderful thing about this is you can combine it. Tama have some other L rods, so if you want to just put percussion on it, you can do. But we chose to put a little mini china here just to get another cymbal set up. So yeah, these could go. You could put more than one of these on it. So if you wanted to have multiple cymbals coming off of one drum, you could actually do it. This was a conundrum for a variety of reasons, but the way we solved it is we used a DW SM141 claw hook for the far side of the bass drum hook rather than here. And then we combined it with the arm of a PDP AX9212, which is like a kind of remote arm. It normally comes with a different clamp, but we put these 2 products together. And that allowed us to we made a small set of mini hats, and for recording the video we had the EAD10 here. So that let us put hi-hats and still have the EAD on the bass drum. It's a great way to do it, and still save that space here if you need it. Moving on to the right-hand side, my ride cymbal is coming off of just a Gibraltar boom arm, which goes into a Pearl ADP30 clamp. There's a 3-way clamp, and it clamps onto my cymbal stand. So the cymbal stand, then the ADP30, then the Gibraltar boom arm for the ride, coupled with a 6-inch Gibraltar stacker. And the reason I use the 6-inch one is it still lets you get to the bell. So if you want to use the bell, if that's a thing that you do with your ride cymbal, this is a better bet than the 4 because there's more space between the bell and the cymbal. We put another china here, like mini china, but you could put a splash here. If you don't want to use the bell, if you're not a big bell player, then you could theoretically put another crash there. So then over to the far right, this crash just comes right out of the boom stand. And then to the right of that, onto the ADP30, is a Yamaha CH755. Now, I like the 755. I think it's got a pretty long boom arm. You can extend the cymbal out a little bit further if you don't want it to just be here, which is why I went for that one rather than the 750. I just prefer the length of the boom arm. And the last thing that we used is a Tama MC7. Now the MC7 actually clamps onto the floor tom leg here, and we combined that with a pedal CH830S. Tama MC7 and a pedal CH830S. Again, it's telescopic, but this is a shorter boom arm, so I don't mind that being right beside me. It's not on teeth, so it's super easy to adjust it. This is just how we did this tonight. We thought it was pretty cool. It highlights different brands and different products that they make. Pearl make things that can clamp onto the floor tom leg. DW make amazing hardware. Gibraltar make amazing hardware. There's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of ways to do this. So there's no right or wrong way is what I'm getting at. But we just thought it would be cool to show you how to get 12 cymbals off a 2 cymbal stand and a hi-hat stand. Hope you dug it, guys. All the products will be listed, links to the products will be listed, so yeah, go check them out. If you've got any questions about any of this stuff, drop us a line at info@drummersonly.co.uk or leads@drummersonly.co.uk or @drummersonlyuk on all the socials. See you next time.